only one for my side. I can't go anywhere. Loving you a time, loving you a day. Baby, you my peace, my one and only baby. Controller, Mr. Lover, was me, was teacher, all in my eyes. You on my mind, oh, you on my mind, oh. Jay, my hair, baby, you on my mind, oh. For your love, I die, oh. You on my mind, oh. You Jay, my hair, oh, baby, you on my mind, oh.
See, baby, alhamdulillah, it's with me for life. Nobody gonna tear us apart. Just want us to time. Baby, can you say good tonight? That means you.
Kings 88.5.
Kings 88.5 FM.
We got the flavor.
Kings 88.5.
Kings 88.5 FM.
We got the flavor.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happen in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
We start by making sure those people that we bring to cabinet are people of integrity, And secondly, want to make sure that even beginning with myself, we'll declare our assets and want to make sure that this is well known, the purpose of coming to government, to know that it's public service. And if you are not ready to serve the public, you can go elsewhere. But we want to make sure that we start on a clear note.
It is unconfirmed, but you know, our local language or parlance, people say, where there is smoke, it's likely that you see fire. They are believing to put more pressure on the old man so that he can give her the goals, and then they will assume criminally the democratically elected seat of our republic, that is the presidency. The presidency of this republic has been desecrated, and I'm hoping that will not continue in that vein. But I can say to anybody, it is our prayers that President Baka will go beyond 2029, and even 2039, he will go beyond that. It is our prayers and hope that the Almighty God will keep him, because they are agents, they are demons at the doors of this country that are willing to put this country back into a bloodshed. They are believing to put more pressure on the old man so that he can give her the goals, and then they will assume criminally the democratically elected seat of our republic, that is the presidency. The presidency of this republic has been desecrated, and I'm hoping that will not continue in that vein. But I can say to anybody, it is our prayers that President Baka will go beyond 2029, and even 2039, he will go beyond that. It is our prayers and hope that the Almighty God will keep him, because they are agents, they are demons at the doors of this country that are willing to put this country back into a bloodshed. The only hope we have is God to protect the life of Joseph Baka until he can save the term power in 2029, which I know he will do, to put more pressure on the old man so that he can give her the goals. And I'm believing to put more pressure on the old man so that he can give her the goals, and then they will assume criminally the democratically elected seat of our republic, that is the presidency. Believing to put more pressure on the old man so that he can give her the goals, and then they will assume criminally the democratically elected seat of our republic, that is the presidency. The presidency of this republic has been desecrated, and I'm hoping that will not continue in that vein. But I can say to anybody, it is our prayers that President Baka will go beyond 2029, and even 2039, he will go beyond that. It is our prayers and hope that the Almighty God will keep him, because they are agents, they are demons at the doors of this country that are willing to put this country back into a bloodshed. The only hope we have is God to protect the life of Joseph Baka until he can save the term power in 2029, which I know he will do honorably.
Serious about. I'm not saying we are not. I say we should add, in fact, more seriousness. This is what they call oversight. We Senator Snow and the Senate raised the issue about LEC, and the president has sent LEC in keeping with the law, the managing director, for confirmation. But Madam President, I want to go beyond what Senator Snow is. This president legal advisor, let them know what kind of legal advice he gave the president. The legal plumbers coming out of the marshal. The legal plumber, therefore, I'm not calling it error any longer. 1 year, the legal plumber coming out of the marshal. But the president, in the long one, I hear people say, only the Minister of Justice can disagree with the president and the legal blanket. We need to deal with this president legal advisor. Let them know what kind of legal advice he gave the president. The legal plumbers coming out of the marshal. The legal plumber, therefore, I'm not calling it error any longer. 1 year, the legal plumber coming out of the marshal. But the president, in the long one, I hear people say, only the Minister of Justice can disagree with the president and the legal blanket.
These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Baka, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, good everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him pamper. Every day I gotta buy a pamper. There's a man who bought me pamper before. I'm buying pamper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 20 17 and run for this. And he himself said it. He said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no.
The Omer is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then I could be doing a job for you. Can he go everywhere? When we win, then I could be doing a job for you. Can he go everywhere? No. They old. He take Omer is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then I could be doing a job for you as president. The Omer is old. He take to produce vice president. Our prayer. When you turn to the man, the Omer is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then I could be doing a job for you. Can he go everywhere? No.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working on a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Assad is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
It's another day again. The first day of the week, called Monday. Brand new, the people will always say. It begins another full week of life and all of the issues that Joseph Toure, you are on from St. Paul Bridge. Titus G. Play, from your residence in Moravia, you said Nathan Bear from Barcelona, Spain. Matthew Choloplay, you are on. Good. I got your message. That's good. That was fine. My dear brother Neved Pevet, you are on. Yes, that is very true. That is very true. The opposite of Nebuchadnezzar. You are very right. Patella, you are on from Central Moravia, Warren Street, your residence. You are following. Musa A. Sharif from Sophie Community, Congo Town. Matilda Stevens. Yes, good to have you back on the air. Hope that you had a wonderful weekend as we had. Good to see you. Ansu Coleman from the headquarters of the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia. That's Harris City. You are on from your residence, New Georgia. What you can put here, my man? Lead that team. I'm for what time, yeah. Just leave it. Dortmund out already, my man. Ross Jackson, you are on from Pipeline, Solo Watcosia, your comfort zone, New Georgia Estate. Yes, my weekend was okay. With God hovering can be ungrateful. No, don't want to be like one of those 9 ungrateful leopards, but the one grateful. Emmanuel Bro, you are on from Minnesota, the United States of America. April 14. Tobasi, you are on. Andrew Ganda, you are on. Sembu James Kabia, you are on. Yeah. Great guys. Daniel Zionwe from Phoenix, Arizona, the United States. Jay Tube from New Georgia Sambo community. Yeah, Sambo stay standing. They're breaking down all the Sambos, so the market, women, and everybody, they're removing them. They say they're turning the country, the city into heaven. George Watkins Jr., you are on from your comfort zone, District 18, Montserrat County. Ralph Cooper from Denver, Colorado. Jackson C. Pony and Block Titan Intellectual Center. You guys are on. And the chairman there, Romancio Latupan, Cannibal or Rico, as he's widely and affectionately known, the only down-to-earth chairman, the chairman that does not ride Lexus or any other car, but very, very common. Alfonso Roberts, yes, Logantown, Babylon, one of the leading names from time to time, that Babylon era. He improved now, Alfonso. Mozart Dennis from Minnesota. Paris Lobert, my dear brother, good to have you all. Okay. When we're coming up, we used to hear that name, Babylon. Look at that. Yeah, great area. Nathan and Blair. Yes, all of you are on. Okay. So my sisters will come on. Okay, one has come on already. Tina Cooper. Jay Campbell Yanti, you are on from Upper Caldwell. Yeah, the other sisters will come on. Claudie, Kude, Dwight, they will come on. I'm sure they never miss out on the show. Okay. So, what we've got on our plate? Well, tomorrow is qualification day for Barcelona. All my Barcelona fans who said 2-2. Somebody said 2-2. No 2-2. Yeah. How it would be 2-2 when the people, Harris City, how can it be 2-2 when the people are already out? I beat it both 4-0. 4-0. So it's very likely I'll beat them 4-0 again in the home. We're talking about FC Barcelona. We're not talking Real Madrid, a small mature in there, Aladura Church. That breaking people foot all around the 10 football into karate, Shaolin. I beat the Pope 4. Then they will kind of draw me 2-2 are going in the home. Tomorrow is qualification day. We're going to formalize it. It's already over. It is a foregone conclusion against Borussia Dortmund tomorrow at 7 p.m. Liberian time. FC Barcelona versus Borussia Dortmund. And then on Wednesday, we wait to see. They're making beam up. Real Madrid fans making beam up all over the place. They say they can make a comeback. They will beat Arsenal 3 goals the first half, and then the second half they will score 2. Then the extra time they score another 2. So I know how many there. 7, 2, that 5, and extra time 2. So there will be Arsenal 7 goals to 0. You'll go there. Thank you, people, for participating in the Champions League this year. Real Madrid, you're out. Let me see. I want to see that miracle. You can do it to any other thing, but not Arsenal. Arsenal will beat you on Wednesday evening. Clear, transparent, no wahala, clear. So you're sitting there, you're going to beat the people, can't talk about come back. I'll come back. I'll come back, yeah? That gory out. Let's get to our issues. Your time is of essence. That's the reason for which you are burning your data, your energy, and everything, and not to listen to the Fisi Real Madrid people. If you are a Real Madrid fan, well, then that's it there. But just consider it a foregone conclusion that you people are out of this year's Champions League. Why it is true that it is not impossible that you can beat the people, but it is equally not possible for Real Madrid to score 3 goals and Arsenal don't score a single goal and you go on to beat them 4-0. It is not possible. It can never, ever happen. Never, ever happen. So y'all go sit down, y'all be making your beamer or anyway consoling yourselves. Once year, all of the people players are intact. All of them. Sakao, Declan Rice. In fact, those who were injured, they return in time. So it's even difficult for Real Madrid. So the force that they're carrying in the first 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes, I see Arsenal scoring. And once Arsenal gets the first goal, they will beat Real Madrid 3-4. You'll sit down there. When we come here on Thursday by God's grace, y'all will know. All of y'all call to congratulate me, but I hope that it doesn't go the other way around because y'all real blast me. So let's get started now. Time is of the essence. 4,000 we are giving today. Today is Monday. Start drinking your cold water. 4,000. 4,000 today. Dial star 79 and star 100. That's 24 hatch. Play with just $1 or 70 cents US, and then you can have your 4,000. 4,000. Yes, 4,000. That's what we're giving out today. 4,000. Start playing now. Run ahead of me. You can make it. 4,000 is not difficult that you can get. Just put in $1 or 70 cents US. Dial star 799 star 24 hash 24 hash, and you have completed the process of 4,000 or getting 4,000. So let's get started with what we've got on our afternoon plate. It's bad up in Liberia everywhere. Things are so hard, so difficult, so frustrating to the extent that people have resorted to stealing from people, whichever way, however they can do it. Anything that they can get their eyes on and have means of taking it, they'll do it. It doesn't matter the place. What matters to them, they should have a real understanding of that place, whether it is a business center, a private home, whatever. Because things are so very difficult in this regime, people are now risking their lives to survive. They've resorted to stealing meters all over the place. You would think that it is not unusual. No, the kind of stealing I'm about to talk about, or I am talking about, you want to listen. The desperation at which they are moving. They've been stealing meters, but those were meters that were vulnerable. That means they just place the meter on the wall, they leave it there, go to sleep. When the place is quiet, they come around, or when they hear sound, they wouldn't. When it is raining, they take advantage because the rain doubles your sleep. When the rain is really tense or really heavy, you go to sleep more than 2-3 times, then you can ever know that you are sleeping. That means even if they knock something so very hard, you can't hear it. You're going in another world. The kind of meter they are stealing is those meters that are in the cage. The cage. They are moving around now from house to house, removing the cage, and then they take the meter and go and sell it. Even though LEC people said that when a meter is stolen, it cannot be used by another house or another business place. We've come to know that that information is not true because they are taking meter from any and everywhere, selling it to other people, and those meters are working. But the desperation, the moving, I don't know how they are doing it, but many people have complained. Many people have complained. They have taken in several communities a number of meters. I am talking about meters in iron cage. They know the time to move in and how to get it without anybody getting to know. And they go and sell those meters to people. They get money for survival. I urge you, if you have your meter outside, take it from outside and put it inside. Take the risks. Let LEC say what they can say of you. It will be better you have electricity than to have no electricity. It is very, very difficult to get meter. If your meter is stolen and you are not a government official, well, you will not get meter. You will stay in the dark for the rest of this regime. Maybe beyond 2029, when WIA is back, then you have meter. So it tells you the length of time that you will stay out of electricity. You will be going from friend house to friend house. Please charge my phone. Please let my phone sleep here. Those kinds of things that are not right at all. I told you that my dear sisters will come on with time. Welcome, my dear Southeastern sister, Dwayte. So if you got your meter outside, please, I advise you find means to take it from outside. If it is on your porch, if it is on the side of your house wall, wherever it is exposed, I can only urge you to have it removed and put it in a secure place. Because if you think that they cannot, well, then you need to go back to God and ask him what he said about rogue. He said the thief comes in the night. The thief does not give any notification. The thief is always far ahead than you think you are clever. The thief is always armed. The thief is always sophisticated. So if you overlook a thief by being relaxed, sorry to say, then you are the most dull person to ever live on the face of the earth. You have to use wisdom. The country is desperate. The country is in a dire state. People are desperate. They're doing any and everything for money right now. Even if they can get hold of people to sell them for money, they do it. You heard of the man who attempted selling his 10-year-old son for money. You heard of the woman who attempted selling her little daughter because of hardship. The country has reached at a point now, if you're not careful, you will be walking broad day, somebody take you and sell you. The desperation in the atmosphere, desperation in people. So you just want to be careful. I thought to share this with you because many people have complained. The victims are out of electricity. They will be out, especially poverty-stricken people who cannot afford even $1 a day to eat. The electricity supplied them by George Weah before he left the presidency. If you are off, it means that you will be off current for the next 4 years, several months. Because as per your condition, you can't afford a meter. You can go to REC. You don't have the money. Nothing. So use wisdom. That's what God tells us to do in such a situation. Use wisdom. The little that you have, talk to somebody, let them remove it and put it in a place that the rogues at night, the night rogues, will not move into your community and take it. Remember now, the rogues conduct their surveillance. You will see them moving around in the day. You will not even know that they are rogues. They will sit with you. They will ask you some questions. They will do some things for you. You won't even know that they are the rogues. They are assessing. As soon as they have a real understanding of where that meter is, how it is positioned, forget it. They're getting ready. I tell you, my dear sisters will come on one by one. And Dwight on Clady Allison just came good. I know that they were busy. They never miss out on the show. It's on their itinerary. That's good. Yeah, I know, Dwight. Yeah, you are a bit busy with work. Yeah, it's in the morning where you are. Yeah, okay. I got that, Dwight. Thank you. So that will be doing it for that. You want to be careful. The next thing is LRA. There's this wahala at LRA. There's this wahala at LRA, and the authorities there have to do something. These people are human beings. They are Liberians. They labor and still laboring for this country. The information is out. This is nothing secret. It's out in the public. I thought to highlight it because we had thought the LRA authorities will have seen reason to fast track the investigation. And those they think did the worst of wrong can be penalized, and those who they will choose to temper justice with mercy, they can do. But to keep people waiting 3 months running, according to the information, it centers on one of the reasons is this insurance thing, because it's in different categories. Those who got ill, but according to the information prior to, there was the insurance with the late DG, Thomas Dona. He had this insurance policy in place. All of us know that. Fast forward. When Double Jala took over, they started to do their in-house search here and there, attempting to clean the system. They realized that that was not in full effect. They did not give much attention to it. Along the way, some of their officials or employees will have different situations. They will request this of the employees. They will do this house cleaning, different situations. But my emphasis is on those who, on the insurance scheme, they told them that what they were told, I heard that since the insurance scheme is no longer in effect or there is a problem and we're reviewing it, those of you with medical situation, you can move and do your medication and come with the document so that we can have them file, having done our own verification. And according to what we gathered, they constituted an investigative committee. The committee is still investigating. They find some people liable, though the investigation has not ended, but they claim to have prima facie evidence to that. And so they placed or suspended these people since January. We are in April. So that's January, February, March. So they've been out of job for 3 months, 14 days. LRA authorities, you want to look at that. 3 months, nothing happening. You're not calling the people. The investigation has stopped. Nothing is being said to them. They're sitting home with the understanding that you call them or that the investigation will get started again. So you have to do that, LRA. You are an integrity institution. We have not heard these things coming up on you. We've known you over the years of being that great institution. So Double Jala, we've known your character. You can give us the opposite. We've known you to be a straightforward man, a reputable character. You want to do the needful. These are Liberians. Don't allow us to put it or to give it political interpretation. No, we will not stoop so low to that. But you need to do the needful by fast tracking. If the people find guilty and it is within whatever the punishment within your handbook, you can activate it. But you can have those people sitting for 3 months, nothing happening. You're not calling them. Investigation stop. Nobody saying anything to them. Their colleagues are working and they are sitting there. If you don't want those people, I understand that the number is so huge. If you don't want them in the system any longer, for whatever reason, in your opinion, by your investigation, they corrupted the system, then you can get rid of them. But don't give them the impression that you're bringing them back into the system when you know that you would not do that. But yet you're keeping them 3 months now, 3 months, 14 days. So if this month ends, it will be 4 months. If next month ends, it will be 5 months. You can treat people like that. That is wrong. You have to do something about that, please. Then the Nimba County senatorial by-election. The Nimba County senatorial by-election. Next up. The Citizens Movement, how they call that man's party, Musa Ability Party, a CMC, It's a Citizens Movement for Change. They saw what they saw, and then they filed official complaint with the ombudsman. They filed official complaint with the ombudsman, complaining Unity Party of violating the Constitution and the Code of Conduct by campaigning their officials. Their communication is a bit blurred, but sorry, I will try my best so that you have an understanding of their communication. Citizens Movement for Change, Sophia Beach Road, Monrovia, Liberia, April 13, that was yesterday. The office of the Ombudsman, Congo Town Back Road, Republic of Liberia, Monrovia, Liberia. Subject, former complaint regarding the violation of Section 5.1 of the Code of Conduct by appointed officials engaging in political activities. Dear Councillor Finlay Kanga, the Citizens Movement for Change presents its compliments and rights to formally raise concern over a clear violation of Section 5.1 of the Code of Conduct for Public Officials and Employees of the Government of Liberia, which expressly states, all officials appointed by the President of the Republic of Liberia shall not engage in political activities, canvass, or contest for elected office. On this day, April 13, senior officials of Unity Party currently holding presidential appointments openly engaged in political campaign activities while acting in their respective official capacities. This blatant disregard for the law constitutes a breach of the code of conduct and threatens the sanctity of our democratic process. The Citizen Movement for Change strongly condemns this action and urges your esteemed office to investigate and take appropriate action by your mandate immediately. This misconduct directly undermines the integrity of Liberia's electoral process and sets a dangerous precedent for future elections if left unchecked. We trust your office's commitment to upholding the rule of law and ensuring that public officials are held to the highest accountability standards, regardless of political affiliation or status. Thank you for your attention to this matter. We remain available to provide further information required during your investigation. This is the communication written under the signature of Wilfred Bangura, the Second Secretary General, Citizens Movement for Change, to the Ombudsman, that Unity Party officials are campaigning in Nima County for Samuel Koga, their candidate. Listen carefully to section 5.1. I'm going to read it first, then we'll talk about the justification. Then we get back to the code or leave it with you that session. They are justifying. Yesterday, it was wrong. Curse is looming on this government if it hasn't been cursed. I say curse because when someone is doing something, and because you have evil, diabolical intent, because you are jealous, and you raise your voice, and your time comes, you do the same thing that you condemn, becomes a curse. If you don't know what a curse is, well, go to the Bible. That's why God put Matthew chapter 7, verse 3 to 5. What did he say? If you think speck is in your brother's eye, meaning if you think your brother is wrong, your brother is treading the wrong path, your brother has a bad leadership ability according to your standard of leadership or your reasoning of leadership, you must equally not have any fault whatsoever, so that the others who are looking at you two will not bring complaint against you. That's what he meant. That's the idea behind that in Matthew 7, 3 to 5. If you think speck is in your brother's eye and you want him to take it out, no problem with chastening him or chastising him, whichever way. But you must equally not have anything of such, neither must you show any preference of doing the same thing that you accuse. Because if you did, then you have brought curse upon yourself. That what curse is. Look at Matthew 7, 3, 5. If you think speck is in your brother's eye and you want him to take it off, what did he say? He said, firstly, check yours. After you have done that, then you can go now and say this. They argued yesterday that it was wrong. They argued vehemently it was wrong. They used it to dismiss a number of people who George Weah employed. Because they hated those people, they wanted to get them out. They were looking for means to get them out. And one of the things that Unity Party people used to get those people out of job was this. One of the things they used to make sure that those people who are seditions or who we are employed as Liberians, let me not say seditions, who we are employed as qualified Liberians, because we are employed them, they were deadesting nasty to work in Bwaka government. So they brought this, that they violated the code of conduct. They said that the whole party t-shirts, I will show you one. They in Nima County with Joe Bwaka campaign t-shirt on there. You see how God can expose people? I will look for that verse in the Bible. It's in Isaiah. I came across it in my study room. I just forgot to write it down. The verse goes like this. I can remember the idea that God can use the very devil against you to accomplish his aim by exposing you. I will get it. They used that. They said that these people were campaigning, and they came to the code of conduct. They came to the same section 5.1. The same section 5.1 has hooked them. The only difference is they're not in party t-shirt, but they are canvassing. The code of conduct, section 5.1, forbids government officials from engaging in that. So what the code of conduct is saying, Samuel Koga is contesting. Samuel Koga can run his campaign. Samuel Koga is from the legislature. Samuel Koga can gather his people, and every people in Nima County will go and run his campaign. If Samuel Koga is a member of Unity Party, it doesn't say government officials who are Unity Party partisans in the executive should go and canvass. Listen to the code of conduct. It did not say you should wear party t-shirt first. Section 5.1 of the code of conduct. Hear what it says. All officials appointed by the President of the Republic of Liberia shall not, 1, engage in political activities. Must not engage. What happening in Nima County is political. It's an election, a political election, not religious election, not community election. No, it is political election, national election. One of the voices said, "Oh, we're not in this, we're not in that, we're not on a working day." How dull such voice will come up. I'm using these words intentionally because yesterday we heard how they were very strong against it. It is a curse when you complain your colleague of something, and then that person is normal out. I mean, it's normal doing it, but out. You can go and do the same thing when you're doing it. No justification will be accepted. You have brought curse upon yourself. Engage in political activities. Canvass. Canvass means to campaign. That's a political jargon or electoral jargon. Canvass. When you're selling idea or you're selling a person, like what they're doing in Nima County, they're selling Samuel Koga. Even it can be in one room. It can be in one room. You're sitting at a round table. Canvassing is not only moving from one place to another. Say, I'm Sam Andrews. The election will be on the 22nd of April. I need your vote. We will develop this county. Canvass is also when we're sitting. And we're talking about a given candidate, and we're deciding in the midst of other people what we need to do, how we need to do it for that person to ascend. That canvass. Canvass, it simply means an idea that one puts out to win the hearts and minds of the people in favor of him or his candidate. That's what canvass is. I'm letting you to know all of these things because we're coming there. Continue playing, you. I hope that you are playing. It's 4,000 we're giving you today, oh people. You drink your water. I think we have some dollars to give you besides your 4,000. Engage. Should not engage in political activities, canvass, or contest for elected offices. 2. Use government facilities, equipment, or resources in support of partisan or political activities. 3. Serve on a campaign team of any political party or the campaign of any independent candidate. These three hook. One of them argued today that 1, they are not campaigning on government working day. They say they think that the day in Nima County, it was on Sunday. So they're not campaign day. They're not government work day. 2, they were not in Unity Party uniform. 3, as officials of government, they have the right. You see how dull, how recklessly dull these people are. And I'm saying it intentionally because I hate injustice. It's not because I'm sitting on this radio. Actually, we are people. 6 years ago, we faced them. We looked them in the face and told them the truth. They did not like it, but we told them the truth. We told them, we exposed some of their excesses. The same Unity Party. So we have to expose them. That's why I'm telling you, I'm using these words intentionally. They are recklessly dull. Because these were the same justification given by the people in the past, and these Unity Party people said no. Those people said we were not campaigning. Even if we wore party t-shirt, are we not entitled to it? Isn't it our constitutional right? They argue against it. And the one that debate, those people left government. They are engaging. The first one, the first line, A, shall not, A, engage in political activities. The political activities there. All party, what the code of conduct simply said, you move from there. Samuel Koga, he from the legislature, he can go and rally his people in the county and win his election. You don't have to be in the forefront because it compromises your neutrality. It brings you into question. It said, don't go to canvass. Don't go to say a word. Don't go to say anything whatsoever. Anything you say concerning that election in Nima County, you are canvassing. Somebody will ask questions, you will answer. You will say something and somebody will respond. That canvassing right there. Canvass is selling one's idea. So yeah, what they said. The justification. I hope I can get that video. Some of you have seen it already. Some of you have seen it. I think I can get that for you so you will see. This is what they're referring to. This is what they're referring to. They say, where it was, they say they were only in a meeting. Yeah, in a meeting, sitting down. So they weren't canvassing. God, Heavenly Father, please help us in this country. Yes. Yeah, it's it. This is what. They say, let them hear. They say they're not canvassing. They say they were only sitting in a room talking. There you see Mo Ali, you see who else? Most of the Unity Party officials, Amos Tuer, and the vice president who should stay clear of everything. The vice president fully involved. And you see, all of them, they're there. Now, for what purpose did they get there? Did they go in Nima County? Did they go there to amuse themselves? What was the reason they find themselves in Nima County? An event is taking place in Nima County. That event is called an election, senatorial by-election, with several persons taking place, participating. One of the persons is Samuel Koga. Samuel Koga aligns with Unity Party. So why are they there? They are there on behalf of Samuel Koga. What are they doing there? Campaigning. So one of them argued that because they're sitting in this room, it was not really a formal campaign. They were only there to support the vice president who had gone there to do X, Y, Z. How blatant of a lie, how diabolical these people will be. I'm using these words, I continue to tell you intentionally because yesterday, see these people, hear these people. Yesterday. Oh yes, we live in a world of technology now. Everything about them is still available. Everything about them that they said yesterday, that they argue against, is available. It has not gone. We'll bring the one from CDC time when these people were arguing to the core. You see that? And you see that? That I think I should increase the volume. This is Amos Tua, the managing director of LPRC. And we have the very, we're pleased to recognize the presence of our dynamic minister and one of the legal luminaries of the Unity Party, Honorable Jericho Bangalo. We have the presence of the members of the alliance political parties and distinguished party leaders of Nima County, the vice chair and distinguished party leaders, party executives of Nima, auxiliaries, fellow citizens of Liberia and Nima. We are pleased, Honorable Vice President, to be here today at your residence. This gathering is intended to inform the citizens of Liberia that the National Executive Committee of the Unity Party, in consultation with its alliance members, you know, we have the Unity Party Alliance that participated in the 2023 elections. So on behalf of this group, we have come to inform the Liberian people and the citizens of Nima that the UP and its alliance members officially today declare support for the senatorial candidature of Honorable Samuel Koga. Aha. Say, yeah. Okay. And the men, and they say it was not campaign. When you announce, go back, Chief, hold on. What are they singing here? Why are they chanting? Right after Amos Tua, they chanting battle cry. Battle cry is what? What kind of battle cry? Campaign battle cry. Is it not a violation of the code of conduct? The law did not say on Sunday, on Saturday, when nothing happening in government, then you are free. The law did not say that justification they give is a blatant, diabolical lie. The law said do not engage, be it Sunday, be a holiday, be a whatever. As a public servant, stay clear of it. Let the people do. You have a responsibility for which you were appointed. Concentrate on it. Okay, Franklin, so I will. He said it's a bit low. Yeah, that's true. I was showing the video to those who are watching from abroad. So let's go back. Let me give you the louder version, but it will just be the audio. Party and National Elections Commission Affairs, Madam Cornelia Kra. We also have the presence of the Secretary for the National Advisory Council and former National Secretary General of the Unity Party, Comrade Mohammed Ali. We have the presence of our very distinguished, honorable, people consider him to be the short-lived senator. But he's coming back. That's all we have to say. The former Minister of Defense, Honorable J. Brownie Samuka. We also have the presence of the Commissioner of the Liberia Telecommunication Authority and the representative of the standard bearer at the National Executive Committee and NCC of the Unity Party, Honorable Clarence Masakwe. We have the presence of the Lord. Hold on there. So Bwaka is a word. Did you hear him? He said the representative of the standard bearer. So I mean Bwaka sent his representative there. Bwaka who claimed to be aware of the law, the code of conduct, breaching the code of conduct, broad daylight. Did you hear Amos Tua? He said representative of the standard bearer. Who's the standard bearer? Joseph Yema Bwaka. Let's go further. Of Painesville and chairman number 1. Chairman number 1. Monserrado County Chairman Robert Bestman. We also have Warren Bryan, who is the Vice Chair for Mobilization and Recruitment, and Mr. Alfonso, who is the Assistant Secretary for Planning and Programs. And we have the very
We're pleased to recognize the presence of our dynamic minister and one of the legal luminaries of the Unity Party, Honorable Jericho Bangalu. We have the presence of the members of the alliance political parties and distinguished party leaders of Nima County, the vice chair and distinguished party leaders, party executives of Nima, auxiliaries, fellow citizens of Liberia and Nima. We are pleased, Honorable Vice President, to be here today at your residence. This gathering is intended to inform the citizens of Liberia that the National Executive Committee of the Unity Party, in consultation with its alliance members, we have the Unity Party Alliance that participated in the 2023 elections. So on behalf of this group, we have come to inform the Liberian people and the citizens of Nima that the UP and its alliance members officially today declare support for the senatorial candidature of Honorable Samuel Koga of
Yasu, 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 Koga Yasu, 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 Koga Yasu, Yasu, Amanda, Amanda, Hio, go to Hio, go to Hio.
This declaration of support to you, Honorable Koga, is a manifestation of the standard bearer, the President of the Republic of Liberia's commitment to recognize sons and daughters of this great county for their tremendous work towards democratic governance and quality legislations aimed at improving the lives of the ordinary citizens.
Thank you so much. We can go further with you on that. That will be promotion for you. Thank you. So the vice president spoke there. He said what he could. But this is it. Under no condition can they convince anybody except the ones who are low mentally, who cannot read with comprehension, will give in. These were the same lines they used. We were here, we've been here, we stay here. We saw it, we heard it. We heard them quote the same section, Article 5, Section 5.1 of the Code of Conduct, to remove all of those people that we are appointed. Though qualified Liberians, they did not see it from that point, but because they said they engaged in political activities, they were canvassing. The law did not say you should wear party t-shirt first. Only party t-shirt you should wear, or what the political jargon they say, paraphernalia, but it means t-shirts, cap, and all the things. The law did not say you must have that on before you are in violation. The law says no public official should engage in political activities, canvass, contest for electoral position. Nothing like that. Stay clear of everything. So the justification they're giving you that it was not on a working day, that is a lie. That they did not wear party t-shirt, that is a lie. So even for discussion's sake, we accept that just for the discussion to flow. What did the law say? Don't engage. What did they do? So let's assume that they were in party t-shirts, party cap, party sneakers, party trousers, party belt, party sats. They wearing in any one of those things. There's still a violation. The violation is they engage. And the law says disengage. The law says disengage. So if you refuse to disengage and you engage, isn't that a violation? Isn't that? It is a violation. So why did they now complain, use the same provision against their colleagues in the past? Today, At least they are happy. I don't think the seditionists who are working in Bwaga government reach 5. At least they should be thankful that everybody, they succeeded in getting everybody out. So it's now all unity party affairs. Ironically, the people still crying for jobs. But this is a clear violation of the code of conduct. It said don't engage. The in-neighbor country, the campaigning. And this is why I can tell you as we zoom out on this one. It's tough in Nima County. They're spending the money. They're not spending their private money. No. The law say do not use resources. They're not spending their own money. They are using state resources. But nothing will come of it. You know why? Because the president himself is in support of it. So nothing will come of it. Finlay Kanga can never ever do anything. Finlay Kanga is only over there. They put him there to make sure that everybody who President Bwaga don't like and has a link with CDC, or we are appointed that person to remove that person because he went. We know that if he lied. He lied on Emma Glasgow that Emma Glasgow insulted during the hearing. And that was one of the reasons they took her from there. That all Finlay Kanga, and Finlay Kanga is a diehard supporter of Unity Party. I know that for a fact because I saw during the campaign Finlay Kanga in his Unity Party t-shirt and cap moving. Nobody can deny we'll be here, we follow the campaign activities or CDC or Unity Party. We know all the people there. Don't make up put one picture on the screen. You see Finlay Kanga. Yeah, he wears white glasses. You think Bwaga put Finlay Kanga over there because Finlay Kanga is the best lawyer in Liberia, no lawyer in Liberia, or he's the only person that understands that ombudsman something? Finlay Kanga is a diehard supporter. He be behind the scene working. Finlay Kanga wore Unity Party t-shirt. And that's why he's acting the way he's acting. He cannot go against Bwaga's interest under no condition. So nothing will come of this. And you seditionists, you're sitting there, you don't be talking. You're sitting there. We're not talking for you. We're talking from a nationalistic perspective because we are stakeholders. Our responsibility as stakeholders is to fetch the issues, analyze them, and send them out. Not necessarily we're talking for you. You have to rise up as much as it favors you too, but you have to rise up. You don't have to depend on us entirely. You have to start speaking out too. You want to get back to power. You're not going to get back to power if you're relying on people to do for you and you're not exerting any effort. It doesn't work that way in life. These are signs to tell you that 2026, they will start real battle against you. They have the machinery. They have everything at their disposal. They have the system at their disposal. They have the money. They have everything. You have nothing, but you have something very significant that they cannot overcome. It's your strength. It's your literacy. It's your ability to speak out. This is wrong. This is wrong. Now nothing all over the place. They're going back, people going back in the past, bringing out the argument that they had against CDC people. The law did not say you must wear party t-shirt. Then they're running around saying they're justifying. And you see it? You sit down there, you let the people play on you, they move you from power. And you're crying. Oh, turning setback into comeback. You turn setback into comeback. You face these people head on. You face them. The law say, section 5.1. Section 5.1 of the Code of Conduct for all public officials appointed by the president. Appointed by the president. It falls within the domain of the president. That means everybody who are within, are within Bwaga perimeter, the lawyer forbids them from engaging. So Mo Ali, Amos Tue, the vice president, Ko Bangalu, all those people from Unity Party, they should have gone over there. But it was with the acquiescence or approval of the president, because Amos Tue said, representative of the standard bearer, yeah. And we know representative of the standard bearer is that person who's the standard bearer will choose. It said, must not engage in political activities, must not canvass, not contesting for political position. Continue playing the King's Cash giveaway. We're making progress. I encourage you to dial star 79 and star 24 hatch. Play with only $1 Liberian dollar or 70 cents US. That's all, and you have your 4,000 for today. They say you might not use government facilities. Okay, we agree. That one, the house, they must always say they were in the residence of the vice president. That vice president private home in Nimba County. Good. So that one we'll put it aside. Then they say equipment or resources in support of partisan or political activities. In support. They say in support. Yeah, the thing, yeah. You tell me now, that's what I want to know. You tell me. The money they're using in Nimba County, that Ali private money, the Amos Tue private money, the vice president, other people private money, that state resources they're using. They are government officials. They sit on lucrative government institutions. Even if they're not withdrawing it from the coffer ahead, they must have done their withdrawal process for that campaign, because long in advance they had been planning for it. When they were in opposition, they had by-elections here. Whoever contributed, Unity Party lost almost all the by-elections because finance, they were low on it. Today, Samuel Koka has all that it takes in terms of finance. You think the guys will not? You think the vice president not put money there? You think Mo Ali, Amos Tue are sitting down on oil money, gold money? They're using it. And let me tell you, you eat their money. They have the money. Government has the money. They're coming to you with it. They have started already. We can have one by-election after another. When we finish with the one, April 22nd, another by-election coming up. So you know what you do? You frustrate them. You eat their money. They bring the money to your ear. You pretend you leg them. You chant for them. You do any and everything you can do. They get the money. If ever was a time, let me tell you, you know that politicians, they only know your elections time. That the only time politicians know you. After that, those people will have no time for you. You will not see those people that you're seeing in Nimba County. You will not see them there again. That the only time you get to eat. You eat your own. They think, yeah, you know it. We ain't got to be saying, yeah, oh, and oh, that's not new thing. You people now cry on these people. Samuel Koka doing all those things he's doing in the country because he wants to be there for the next 8 years. Because I think Senator Johnson, the late, served, I think, 1 year, then he passed off, or almost 1 year if he didn't go. But let's take it at 1 year. So he wants to be there for 8 years. You see why we are so honest to this country? When we are called for a referendum in line with the Constitution to reduce all of those things, somebody go and sit down for 9 years. 9 years, the person ratting rich. And you poor. And 9 years, you will be begging them. You'll be going to them, my child's school fee, and my daughter deliver, no money to pay the bill. All these things. 9 years. Somebody just said and get rich there in their family. When we are saying, oh, letting here, not necessary. It will suffer the country. Let's reduce everything. Then the people will be forced to develop the country good. And you see in America that 4 years. So the people can strive the best they can to develop, because 4 years in no time. It puts you under pressure. When you have limited time, you deliver in no time so that you will get another 4 years. But 6 years, you relax. 9 years, you relax. 9 years. When the people bring out money, you're eating. As they have gone there, you're eating good at the time to eat your own. Me are telling you, nobody can be complaining here. Say, oh, we elected the man. Say we elected Simon Coca. He ain't got time for all. The man go, he send in that take a seat. When you say that thing, we blast you. You eat your own. You eat it real good. So even if you elect him and he go by there, you're not lost. That's how you looking in life. They say when the iron hot, that the right time to beat it. You eat your own, that government money, that free money. You eat it from there in Nimba County. The president, the vice president there, you get money. All the government officials and they get money. Your food there, you do all kind of things. You eat it real good. That free money, that your own money, you take it. The iron hot now, the iron hot, when you're in beat it, when you get caught, you can never ever bend it. So, the in clear violation here, but the shame that curse on them, the shame. Let's go to some of your comments and then we can move on. Keep playing. Dial star 79 and star 24 hatch. Play with $1 or 70 cents US, and then you can have your Monday 4,000. On Monday, you get 4,000. Yeah, all right. Give me that 4G right now. Yeah. Give me that 4G. You see? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's go. Let me read some of your comments. Then we go to the line. So that is there. That star 79 and star 24 hatch. Play with $1 or 70 cents US. Matthew Choloplay said, that's why I keep saying, let President Weah make his heart strong. Let seditions face those guys so they can know we are not going to give them chance. Louis Newberry said, is Koga running as MDR or UP candidate? Because the campaign is being run by UPist and MDR is in the back. That what you refer to as political sycophancy. That's it. That's it, Louis. That's political sycophancy. But I've told you people, MDR was not a political party. MDR was just, MDR did not do anything. That's what you're saying. So it was not MDR that made significant difference in this country deciding 3 elections. It was Prince Johnson in his political self. What's the number? What's the numerical strength of MDR? Even when Senator Johnson was alive, Senator Johnson decided 3 elections in this country all by himself as the godfather of Nima County. Why did they, during the Weah's regime, why did they argue against? They brought a heavy argument against Senator Prince Johnson that he wasn't the godfather. There are other stakeholders. They argued that debate was on in Nima County just before the 2023 elections. Wale Sewa Donaden, they were out. Tewan Gonglo, all of those people, they were on speaking. And everybody said, okay, let's wait. If these people say Prince Johnson is not the godfather for Nima County, he's not the deciding factor, we'll see in the election. And what happened? None of them could decide anything. It was Prince Johnson that delivered the election to Unity Party. All of these people today, they're behind Boaka. They say they're running from radio station to radio holders. Where was the Samuel Koga man? Where was Samuel Koga? Who ever heard Samuel Koga's voice? When Prince Johnson was alive deciding things, all of them were muted. They were sitting because they were picking and stay picking, even though he in a grave. They were picking to him. They're not contesting. Samuel Koga not contesting on MDR. That Unity Party, you saw people there, you saw anybody from that party, they don't even recognize MDR. Everything that Unity Party because they want a seat. They want a seat. That seat was not exclusively Unity Party. It was MDR in Prince Johnson as the lone decider of elections. So Prince Johnson died now. Unity Party wants that seat to augment their number in the Senate. And that is why you people have to fight against them. Either morning, don't vote for them. Vote for whoever you can vote for. Even if another person who is not a Unity Party person does not have any relation to Unity Party, it will be okay. If it is a neutral person, it will be okay. But let it not be Unity Party Koga. They're setting a bad precedence for another election in this country, another by-election. Couple of months, we're going to be talking about another by-election. Yes. And Amara Kamara said, no more respect for the rule of law in Liberia under this regime. Gabriel White said, Boaka in the know of these violations. Nothing will happen to those guys. Oh, yes, nothing. Finlay Kangai is just a used character, a toothless bulldog. Nothing absolutely will come of it. That is the end. These guys can go on violating all of the laws of Liberia. Nothing will happen. James K. Matadi said, I think we need to put iron bar around our meter. Yeah, that's the first talking point. Yes. Juju Onwe said, you are 100% right. And he's referencing the first talking point about the meter. Matthew Cholople said, I remember a Liberian pastor said that before that the people would sell their child to get food. Yes, referencing the hardship. All right, thank you all. Thank you all that you commented on the first and second pointers. Let's go to the line 9 to have few of you. Then we move to something else. Continue playing the Kim's Catch giveaway. Dial star 79 and star 24 hatch. Play with $1 or 70 cents US, and then you can win for yourself your 4,000. Let's go now. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please. Let me crying. Alina in the room, I'm crying on myself. Tony, now how go? They forget it. They forget it. They family. They get everything in their head. They our people saying that they're talking nothing. Say, really, Palestinian. We are now thinking how go Tony now. No, nothing going on. Our president said peace. I put in the kind of thing today. They put all the resources in their hand. How going 2029?
But 2029 reach here. But you don't worry. Don't worry. The people ain't get nothing extra. Don't worry.
And later he talking him and I said, I want they're talking all around that all the pain on that thing. But when the election.
No, they can't rig any election. Y'all leave it. All right.
Okay,
don't worry. They can do it. Let's go. Hello.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Let's hear you quick. Let's go.
You know, let me say thank you for the education that you provide for us on the issue of the major. But you know, for the insertion of this government, people don't believe in the rule of law. They have broken all of our laws in the country. So as for the code of conduct, we're not surprised because we know that these people are law breakers. Thank you for having me, Mr.
Thank you, Sabu Rasta. Have a nice day. Hello.
Hello. Andrew.
Yeah.
Kevin, I want to go to die for the CCG payment.
Huh?
The code to die for the D payment.
No, don't do payment on. I want a feeling now. Go to the party headquarters or you just wait the people coming in your community. Yeah, they will come there. They will come there. They come in there. Yesterday was the launch. So they coming in all the counties now. So you just wait, yeah?
When get the money now to the party, we see it. You will get it over there.
No, that's not all. We can only get the announcement for you to go pay your due, but we're not responsible to take money. You know, only radio station to spread the message that all.
But how did they say they get a number for you to transfer the money?
No, just wait. The people coming in your area, yeah? Just wait.
Okay, when I to pay now.
No, hold it. They coming there. They coming there. Yeah. Hello.
Hello,
yes.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Yes. My name is Abraham Jasmine. Thank you. I just thank you for your discussion, man. Thank you. My name is Abraham Jasmine. You have got to spend with it. Thank you. Actually, talking. They try the iron hard. I stand up, beat the iron. But now, when the iron cold, to beat the iron, you'll be hard for you. You are telling all the Imadians. That is easy to do for that. Yamaku money. That is easy. It has a prayer money. It has a prayer money. That is easy. That money. Thank you for your discussion. Thank you.
Thank you for spicing up the show. Have a nice Monday. Hello.
Good afternoon, Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yes, man. What a proper defender.
Let's hear you.
Yes, Andrew, I want to tell you thank you this afternoon. You know, Unity Party people, they were not in power. What they were saying, all the things. For the thing there, what they doing today, like Repo said that, and I was the time Joey was in power. Now, small protest or in the country, small thing, they get in the street, they want protest. Small thing, they will get in the street, they want protest. All the things that Joseph Bagat doing in the country here. Joseph Bagat was also up to the time, Joseph Bagat will be in peace. Because they break all the law in this country. Like report Senate, they see it. They talking 2029, you will get power. They want to put control, they breaking all the laws in the country. And they in the air, police in the air. 2029. They were getting about the test. Say, Andrew, thank you, my son.
Thank you for spicing up the show. Have a nice day. Yeah, you're right. You made a very significant point, man. You made a very significant point. If you have a serious country, China, the impeachment bill is on that floor. To have Bwaga impeached for breaking almost all the laws. That is a gross offense that constitutes impeachment. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Let's hear you. Your name and where you call from.
Yeah, my name is Vanu Kiadi. 1 million reaction for all of the fine question. Thank you for your brother on the discussion. You are started all. Easy, Boston, let me tell you, the people that when I say who can lie, are the kind of people. Now, yeah, the people say they say 300 EPS and because they said that they were wearing party here. So they say the people that what they call a conduct, you are violating the law because now you are in power. Because you are not in power, you are not in power. You are telling the people and say how the other person breaking the law, but now you are kind of you are more breaking it than the other person. So what the truth is it that the kind of leadership we are facing today, this leadership is very embarrassing to us. It's very embarrassing. You see, so they kind of thing that they don't come from the country. But Sunday now, my sister, don't worry. We'll battle the people. We'll really battle them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a nice Monday. Hello.
Hello.
Let's hear you. Your name and where you come from.
Thank you very much. Your program is very, very educated, my brother. Thank you for your hard work. Anyway, this is every caliber. I'm calling you for Car Patrick. My brother, you are starting off. During the time that was protesting for the territorial seat, when someone was protesting, that they were talking that someone will create by election. Where is the territorial man? So yes, the cannot speak out. So tell that you will create another by election. That is not here when you were speaking out against someone at that time. That someone will create by election. but because in their favor, they Prince Moïse exploit is in Italy. Important. You are fake. Where are you people today?
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you for following the time, my brother.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sandu.
Let's hear you.
Yes, Susie Babu calling you. Mr. Andrew.
I'm listening to you.
I tell you all the citizen, nobody must put here in there. The one saw Saturday to the party of God. We are standing tall. So we'll keep courage. Let everybody pay their due. Pay the due from from there we know that yes, citizen heading to somewhere. They will not be even the people in Nima, they will not vote for Koga. They will not vote for him. And they will not put here nobody over there.
Okay, Chief.
Main city that play alone to the party of God that day. They will not eat the hand about money.
Okay. Thank you.
So I tell all the citizens to fall out and then go and say their view. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, St. Andrews.
What is your name? Where you call from?
I call from Jacobson. This is Hussein. I'm Hussein from Jacobson, district number 2.
Let's hear you, Hussein.
So let me say this on the record. If even President Weah were to go to Nima and lay a hand of the candidate, Koga will stop that person mercifully because you don't understand the politicking in Nima. In fact, the Nima politics is
not even.
traditional.
Hold on. Don't say even if Weah were to go. Don't say well, Weah can go. Weah can do it. So leave it. I hear Unity Party people doing it.
Oh, that's
so
good.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because the reason
but
is that
Weah knows the code of conduct. He will not do it.
No,
so go ahead, Chief. Go ahead.
Code of conduct. You see, this is what sometimes I told my brothers in the CDC. You have to be a researcher so that you will understand the happenings in your country. Whatever there are topics and discuss.
So your people are not in violation of Section 5.1.
No, it is not a violation, Sam, because the reason is that the ombudsman went to the Supreme Court, the justice in chambers said they are in no violation of the code of conduct. That is the
no. Speak to this one. Don't speak to the previous. Speak to this one. The Nima County senatorial by-election.
Yeah, but yes, because what you call violations of the law of the code of conduct. Now,
section 1. What section 5.1 say?
I come in saying it is clearly.
What section 1.5 say? Right? What section 1.5 say?
Yeah, no, I don't have the
No, you should have it. You should have it.
Exactly right.
Section 1.5, did they say you must engage in political activities?
No, but the law is clear.
Did it say you must engage in political activities?
No, it didn't say.
Did it say you must canvass? Did it say you must canvass?
Did
it say you must canvass? Did it say you must canvass?
No, right?
Did it say you should use state resources?
But this is what I'm going
to say. Did it say you should use state resources?
All of the sections.
Did it say you should use state resources?
No.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Sam Andrew.
Thank you very much, Hussein. You did well.
Yeah, I'm Peter David Castle. I come from another street like in Lower Johnsonville. Thank you for the fast discussion. You know, Mr. Sam Andrew, the hypocrisy and the deception is the one that is in the fabric of our society. Today, Bo Ali is in Nimba, and Amos Word, or Bwaka Jadiba, all of them, they are there running campaign for Sam Cooker. These were the louder voices yesterday that criticized we are in his cup of and violating and the code of conduct. Today, they are dining and swimming in the violation of the code of conduct. And other people are accepting and are embracing the idea. See how Liberia looks like? That's why this particular country will now move forward. Absolutely. Because people that preach and that sing yesterday today they are the ones that are doing the wrong thing that they preached against yesterday. How Mo Ali, just Waka Jaliba, Imotwe go in Nima, in Unity Party Regarian, and a running campaign for Sam Cooker.
No, did they not
code of conduct.
Did you see them? Did you see them in Unity Party uniform? Wait now. Did you see them in Unity Party t-shirts, caps?
Yes, I saw
Can you send me?
On the social media.
Yeah. Can you send me one? Listen now, my man. Listen. Hey, Chief. My man, you can put emotions. Take time to talk.
Sam.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Mama Kefla.
I want you to send me one or two, so I'll put it on. You just
I always try to listen to your radio talk show. La Osikia made me fair for me to call. Osikia just said you just see to say here job we are going.
But what the man say about we are here?
No, he said he used or remind said like even job we are going Nimakade late in taking it, the person will never win. Say Kuka will beat the person flat.
Yeah.
He just the job. We are stupid like you know like supporting him.
Don't make palava with the man. No, the man express a simple. The man intellectualizing. You gotta take emotion out of sending. Yes, let's hear you.
Hello.
Yeah.
By the way of introduction, my name is Prince Duty Kitty, commonly called Ronnie South from Jockey. How many signatures do Labrimpo need to impeach Joseph Boykai? My reason of which I'm saying is
that why you want,
the poor voting within the community that nobody can take them from power. He sound poor.
So that why you want,
Labrimpo will not afraid. What can happen? So I'm urging the Labrimpo people. We have to say so and move the government. They're not nothing. They are there challenging us. And we not need no more war in Labro. War will not fight again. But the people who are there that we can take them from power. Who they are. Who is Joseph Boykai that breaking all the law. And this country is governed by the constitution. And he break all the law. So what else we should do? They can impeach president without trouble. Let us gather and impeach the devil so he can move from over. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's take the last one from the women's line. Then we'll move on to something else. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yes. Let's hear you. Your name and where you come from.
My name is Yachef, the former president of the from Bakuba United West Point. I want to say thank you for this topic on the discussion this afternoon. You know, when somebody want to first get, they even know where to get a first get. If you want to get example like George, we are. We should get example. He just plenty people in that president. No way, he gets she so next time he gets away. He always let the other say he's too much for himself. I believe nobody yellow one because he don't want to equality you should get on a session. And why can be talking also about nonsense for? Yeah. What is the problem? Okay. You want to protect it from me. He will get nothing to say. Then you question him now. He wants to answer all the things he can say. What is the problem? India, what president has you? That's what they're not equal. They're not really aggressive. Everybody no competition. But even when they wake up and get
all right, man. Thank you so much. Have a great Monday. Thank you all for spicing up the first live of the show. Yeah, y'all help me to laugh. You're not laughing too? Oh God. Tell the man I go for you. Damn it. The man, I said the man said everything. Anything the man say, you see it. Yesterday, when they had pastors praying for some leaders in the Weir's government, it flooded social media. Who was contesting it, gave me election, and I think they pray for a couple of individuals. Yes, Samuel Koga, the pastor there in Nima County, they gathered to pray for Samuel Koga. They put hand on his head. They say they anointed him, so he will win the election. No, like real politics, what goes around comes around. It's just a cycle. All of the events just so there. I don't know what Dylan was saying now because a couple of days ago I keep in that one. I won't get the part 2 before I bring it. But yeah, what Dylan said. Dylan went and bragged, told the other people how they are partisan pastor, all kinds of things. So what will he say of this one year now? Because Samuel Koga are the men, the pastors in Nima County, they gather to pray for Samuel Koga to anoint him. Let me show you the first photo. Yeah. The men of God, they put him on Samuel Koga's head. They're anointing him. Yeah, see the emojis there. So who are they now? Are they not partisan pastors? Are they not unity party pastors? Then you see that? Is it? Yeah. They put him Samuel Koga sat down. Then they anointed him to go on and win the election. Okay, keep playing the Kiss Cash giveaway. It's 4,000 today. 4,000. 4,000. 4,000. You want to take your 4,000 by just dialing star 799 24 hatch. Play with 200. Not 200. Where can you 200 from? When you used to call in 200, I can be Osario. $1, $1, or 70 cents US, that all. Then you can get your 4K. Okay, so let me talk this thing as quickly as I can. 3 into 1. You're listening carefully. I want to end with something. I'm not announcing it. So let me talk Dylan first. You know that confusion in the camp, confusion in Unity Party camp. Every day, Dylan's frustration is coming out and it's growing. That is a sign. As soon as Dylan's time finishes, he's going to sit down. Dylan will not win election in this country again. Dylan betrayed himself. He betrayed his Unity Party. He betrayed his colleagues. He betrayed just everything around him. Even his colleagues in the Senate don't trust him again. His colleagues in the House of Representatives don't trust him. Dylan is on a sinking sand. So he's going around making statements instead of focusing on. He thinks that he can salvage his way or he can get the people back on him to win their favor by saying awful things about the former regime. Let me tell you people, we said this to CDC and we'll say it. We reach our conclusion from what we call in politics the indicators. You never focus on your opponent or the person who has got nothing to do with you. If you think you can use the person as a trump card, you miss out. Dylan knows that he did not come to power because he had everything. It was, how they call the people, CPP. Dylan alone could not win. And Dylan alone now can win any election. He continues every day to lambast the past government and the former president, not realizing that he making things hard for himself. He putting himself in hard zone. Hear what he said today, exposing his own party. To admit, turn to his master's face, his patron face, and tell him, man, you're doing nothing. You either do something or we find a way to take you from there. I think that's what he wants to tell Bwaka, but he doesn't know how to say it. So he thinks by using CDC, then the people will say, oh, yes, we need to do this, we need to do that. You don't have to prove a point. The politics in Liberia is too childish. You don't have to prove a point to the opposition. It is not the opposition that elected you. The Liberian people elected the sitting government, and the sitting government proves a point. That point is called development, which the government of the day concentrates on. When the government of the day leaves it and concentrates on the opposition, two things: the government is visionless, the government is a weakling, the government is bound to fail. Come, listen. He said that today again, he was on. He said we should have taken 1 year to silence CDC. Listen to the irony. We should have taken 1 year to silence CDC. We should have taken 2024 to end all the noise CDC is making. George Weah is making the loudest of noise around here and feels like 2029 is tomorrow because the Unity Party is not performing as the way it should. That's what Dillon said. We should have taken 1 year to silence Weah. In essence, he's saying 1 whole year, nothing happened. And we told you, yeah, 1 whole year. It means 1 whole year he boss man, visionless, nothing to show. 1 whole year. He referred to his colleagues, not his colleague, but colleague. He referred to his colleague as being grossly inept. That's why he said we are grossly inept. They bring Bouakai to power. They say Bouakai is visionful, if that is a word. Don't take that serious. It's my own creation. Political innovation. He said Bouakai has all of the vision. 1 year, Bouakai can show nothing. And I will tell you what he did today. Let me say it before I forget, because sometimes when you're talking, certain things you forget. Bouakai stooped so low today. Bouakai went and patched, or let's qualify it a little bit. He went and renovated all building, and he said that new building he dedicated and called the people today. What a shame. What a disgrace. It wasn't anything like construction Bouakai did, like his predecessor would do. We are went around the Oro area, eh? Yeah, please help me if that Oro area. I'm not getting, it doesn't say that I'm infallible out to know it immediately, but you can help. He went and dedicated that market, new market he constructed for the people. Bouakai went all building sitting down. He went and did some work in it. He went there today to dedicate it. What a shame. What a disgrace. Bouakai has never done anything new since he ascended the presidency. Nothing he can show new. Is that a vision? No. The same that Dillon said, the word that Dillon used, grossly inept. So he said, thank God we rescued the country from Weah. So we can say, thank God he showed his ineptitude and he's continuing to show how grossly inept he is. 1 whole year, Bouakai ain't get nothing to show. Then this man calls himself senator, who himself has done nothing for his very representation. He has done nothing, and say we should have silence. We should have silence. We should have taken 1 year to silence the CDC. How is that possible? It's not possible. You can do anything extra in 1 year. You can silence any political party in 1 year. What kind of development you will do in 1 year? That you will silence the opposition. So what is it now? What stopped you from doing what you needed to have done to silence the opposition in 1 year? Why didn't you do it? You had the 1 year. You didn't. Then he said they should have taken 2024. They should have used 2024 to end all the noise CDC is making. CDC is making legitimate noise. CDC is making sound noise. And you people should continue. You know why? It's hurting them. Because they got nothing, they show nothing, they're doing nothing. So they think that you are making noise because they are ashamed. They distracted their own self. They use 1 year, several months to distract themselves with grudge against phonetic cover to having removed. Phonetic cover is stayed there. It stalls their development. 1 year, several months gone, going into 2 years. So you're making legitimate noise. Your noise going down with them real good. That's why our seditious continue to make noise. You know the noise they're referring to that you are making? You're talking about their failures, their excesses, their mistakes, and all of those things. So continue. Don't feel bad when he say you're making noise. You're making good noise, legitimate noise, sound noise. You're increase your volume. Yeah? He thought he was condemning you. Listen, I've said this before. I don't know how I need to explain it. In a warfare, you don't get emotional. You don't get jitter. Your opponent will capitalize on those things to keep you distracted, that you will lose focus. All of these things they are saying, they are intended to cover up their failures. Whatever they say about your leader, whichever way they say, whatever they say about your party, don't get jitter. Don't get emotional. Don't get angry. What you need to do is to keep on talking about their failures, their errors, and every other thing. It hurts them more because you know why? Consciously they know that they have done nothing. But when you're shouting and screaming, yelling all over the place, they will triumph over you. So he said, we should have taken 2024 to end the North. 2 different years. So it means that the whole of 2023, nothing. 2024, nothing. 2025, nothing. Because the year will soon end. Nothing. The guys adore. They say, there we are who making noise. There, you know what led them to go to the public to say this? Because of the statement that we have made on Saturday. It touched them. It touched them. They left all their development agenda. You can see them talking about development agenda on Facebook. You can see them showcasing things there. And they're talking more about you. They're telling you you will not come back to power. Your leader is this, your leader is that. And what they're saying, if they are doing well, won't they show it? If they are doing well, won't they be proud enough to showcase? The reason they focus on your leader, when your leader is about to speak, all of them sit down, they listen. Because your leader is more forceful, powerful, influential than their leader. So don't get jetted on these things. Understand the political dynamics. Dylan is telling you that Bwaka has failed. But he doesn't want to look in the United Party people's face and say it, so he's using we are as the smoke screen or the trump card. So he exposed himself. He ended with that. He said, George Weah is making the loudest of noise around here and feels like 2029 is tomorrow because the Unity Party is not performing as the way it should. This statement is 100% admittance of failure. You fail. That's what it is. Listen to it carefully. Listen. That one, that simple English, you go to any English professor, he will tell you what I'm saying. 2029 is tomorrow because the Unity Party is not performing as it should. Why the Unity Party is not performing as it should? Because no idea. The center chakla, the center no longer holding. They're fighting amongst themselves. Everybody making decision. You get one man who say he the president, but nobody regards him. Whatever they want to do, they do it. They're plunging all kinds of things here and there. That failure. So They're just focusing on the opposition now. We will not come back to power. We shall you 1 year to do this and CDC this. Don't be afraid. Don't get jaded when they say you will not come back to power. This is not Unity Party Republic. We're not in Unity Party's house. This is the Republic of Liberia. All right? So where do we go again? Then we out. Continue playing. Dial star 79 and star 100 hash. Play with, that's 24 hash, 24, 24. Play with 100 Liberian dollars. Just 100 Liberian dollars or $1 or 70 cents. And then you have your 4,000 here. Dial star 79 and star 24 hash. Just $1 you play with or 70 cents. And then your 4K. So Senator Snow, they on Senator Snow back. They are vexed with Senator Edwin Snow. They are against Senator Edwin Snow. Why Senator Snow should give a damning criticism of them? So they blasting Senator Snow here and there. Senator Snow made it clear that he wants the Unity Party government, Bwaka, to fail. He ain't high on. He ain't high. He made it clear. A politician, yeah, seasoned politician, grander politician, he can't do nothing to Snow. They will just get vexed, push out them more. Yeah, that thing. He made it clear. Senator Snow ain't hurry. Yamin called him verboten because he's up for 2029. Snow say he contesting 2029. He will be president of Liberia 2029. And it didn't go down well with the opposition. Not the opposition, but the ruling establishment. He said that he wants Bwaka to fail. No, that guy is a brave politician. I don't know what politician has ever done that. Let me quote him word for word. He said, I actually want him to be one-term president. So I pray he doesn't do better so we can remove them from power. That Edwin Snow, direct quote from Edwin Snow. He made it clear. Let me go back to it. Yeah, what he said, word for word. I actually want him to be a one-term president. So I pray he doesn't do better so we can remove them from power. That was a Snow position. That he wishes that Bwaka don't do anything. The logic is if Bwaka did something good, there is the likelihood for re-election. If he doesn't do anything, there is how should I say, a set for 110 that he will be out. Senator Snow, Revo. Have you ever heard that name? Revo. That is their name. A husky senator. He won't know how you feel. So the man made it clear that he will be contesting the 2029 presidential election and that he's confident of winning to become the next president of Liberia. Before him, Representative Yake Koloba announced he too will be running for president and not representative seat in 2029. So let me give you some of the lines from the guys. There are many, but I will take few because of time. This one said, these are the reactions or some of their reactions to Snow. He said, this isn't just a careless comment. It's a political strategy. The other one says Snow is positioning himself as a viable alternative in 2029, but he's doing it by hoping that the current administration collapses. That's dangerous for our democracy. The other one said, another GMB supporter remark, no politician wants better for this country. They just want to keep the people in poverty and enrich themselves. We as Liberians must wake up and start holding them accountable. Snow. Then what Kotu Brown said, Bishop Kotu Brown, the only Liberian religious leader who speaks out. Kotu Brown, I can not put my neck on the chopping board, like Ellen said, of Gafwan in her regime, but we can admit to the fact that Kotu Brown had never been silent in any government. The name Kotu Brown is a loud voice. He was critical in the government of Salif during the reign of Salif. He will talk about the ills in society, corruption, and a lot more, and then he will come up with suggestions. Where government came, the voice Kotu Brown was all over the place again. If we did something or the government did something wrong, corruption this, injustice, whatever the situation, Kotu Brown will speak out. In fact, that's what led Kotu Brown in Weah's government to become the president. He won the presidency of the Liberian Council of Churches. Many argue, and they reached the conclusion that given that he is a Pentecostal pastor, ascending to the presidency of the Liberian Council of Churches, he will go muted because the nuclear of the Liberian Council of Churches is highly political. You either dance at the whims and caprice of the atmosphere, don't be vocal, be there, silence, collect your mark, opportunities, traveling opportunities here and there, all the same. Kotu Brown did not last long. The reason he didn't last long as president of the Liberian Council of Churches is because he was vocal. Instead of being a little bit mute, he was vocal here and there. So the polo into it say, but we got to do something. We got to fast track something and take the man from there. Kotu Brown left. The next president that went there, what happened? You can see nothing from the Liberian Council of Churches. Kotu Brown is still vocal. Out of the Liberian Council of Churches, he's still vocal. At the weekend, he had a gathering, and the chairman of CDC Legislative Caucus, Senator Nathaniel McGill, was there in that gathering. It was all about forgiveness in schools. He said a couple of things nationally. He will burn, or he characterized the current generation of Liberian leaders as hateful and selfish. The current generation of Liberian leaders. Kotu Brown, in his address, he described them as being hateful and selfish. He went on to say they are not capable of transforming this country, the current group of leaders, referencing Unity Party people, that they are not capable of transforming the country. What other thing he said? And then, he will use 2 Kings, it's 2 Kings. He made reference to 2 Kings 22:1 and 2, referencing Josiah, who became king at the age of 8 and did what was right in the sight of God. He used it to say the current group of generation or leaders, irrespective of their status, their age, they are doing nothing right in the sight of the people. They are doing nothing. The reason he inserted the biblical reference is what they call contextualization, so that you will see sense or see reason to do as that person in the Bible they're referring to did. So he said Josiah became king at the age of 8. But it was not so much of the age, but the leadership ability. Because he said Josiah did what was right in the sight of God. He feared God. The current group of generation, the current leaders, don't fear God at all. And they are doing nothing right in the sight of God. That's why he used what they call contextualization. And you can hear sometimes it be talking, he using this line, using the other verse, or it means the person is using that to tell you what it is or what it ought to be now. How it was then and how it should be now. That's what they call contextualization, meaning you're taking the idea from what it was in the old, bringing it in this time so that the people will see reason. So he went further. He said the national leaders need to emulate examples by promoting righteousness in governance. And majority of the people, they say the Christians, righteousness in governance, upholding good values, and ensuring consistency in their action. Yeah. Then he went on to call on the legislature, the Committee on the Ministry of Education, religious institutions, his own group. He said the religious institutions, the communities, and education stakeholders, all of them should get involved. Nobody can say they may have been muted. I ever agree, because I'm aware. I know it for a fact. Government after government, they may never been silent. If I can point any religious leader out who had never gone silent on anything in this country, irrespective of the government that comes to power, it's Kotu Brown. Then let me squeeze this one in here, as the DJ then can say. Squeeze this one in, then we turn to you. So you have the rest of the time to call and say what you can say. Then we go home on the second and final lap. So the guys are still insisting. When you make concession or when you promise people in campaign, you must fulfill. It is not good in life to promise people what you cannot do. Even out of campaign, never ever promise a person when you are not in the position to do. Be honest to say, I can right now as you want. I might help in the future. Let's hope that things get better. Then that person will not be relying on you 100% because you set conditions. When you tell the person, do this for me, I will do that for you, it becomes binding. The contract right there. You don't have to go in any paper business. The contract by conscience. So if the time comes, the person fulfills his part, and you can fulfill your part, the person will use it against you. That's what happened with Unity Party. The second round of the presidential election, they promised the Muslim people, they say, when you vote us, when you support us, you give us your support, we will make sure that you have your national holiday. Since you've been calling for holidays in this country, Ellie never gave it to you. George Weakin gave you a holiday. Joseph Boakai, Unity Party will give you a holiday. You vote for me. That the promise they made to the people in the second round of the election. Now the people reminding them of the promise they made. So they are saying they want a holiday. That if it can go through legislation, that means the legislature enact that. So say, since that is a process, it will take time. They want a decree from Boakai. Boakai should issue a decree that every Eid, I don't know what kind of holiday is that, but they said that in their document, that Eid day should be declared a holiday. That means when the day comes, just as Boakai can issue the proclamation, the president has hereby declared Friday as fast and prayer day, which is to be observed as national holiday. They want to hear that proclamation. The president should issue a proclamation declaring Eid a holiday. That's what they sell. Since the legislation will take time, they're not against that. They're hoping that it will go through, but they said they want something urgent. Why that is being worked out in the legislature, the president must issue a decree. Eid should be a holiday. Because, listen, Bwaka, you have to do it. You promised the people. The people gave you their support. Vast majority of the Muslims, they turned to you, they voted for you. You made promise to the people, you made a commitment. And now you must fulfill your commitment. You see how when you lack leadership, when you're not far-sighted, you're not futuristic, you're just obsessed for the vote, you embarrass yourself after everything? And you know this country is a secular state. I wouldn't give into anything campaigning religion. I wouldn't make any religious promises. Now you Unity Party, you're in an embarrassing position. You give the people that day, you promised them. So that's it. Continue to play the King's Cash giveaway. That star 79 and star 24 hash. Play with $1 or 70 cents, and then you can have your 4,000. It's 4K. Yeah. Let's go now. Let's go. Have your say on these three pointers. Snow's position that Bwaka should fill. Doesn't want Bwaka to do anything significant, so that he's giving one term. Dillon's position, you heard it, and Bishop Kotu Brown, the vocal Liberian bishop. Why the others are afraid for their name? They don't want to see. They don't want United Party to see them talking or doing anything. Bishop Brown is out. Let's go. 0772 23 99 33 and 0886 30 44 97 0777 9803 75. Hello. Yeah, good.
Thank you for the show. I'm Amos Gio Prosperity calling from Plaza. Like you see, for Snow, what you were saying, Snow are being considered as a giant in the political arena. Yeah, and he's a giant. And I like for people to say the truth, to say the fact, say it without fear. Like we citizens will be beating around the bush, that we don't want to about that, or we will not protest. No, sometimes you got to wake the person up, because probably the person sleeping, or the dozing are asleep. So wake them up. So that what we citizens need to do. And with that dollar bill, let him shut up. We know what to do for ourselves. Then he said that they start getting rid of us. 2024, they are not getting rid of us. Thank God. We will get rid of them 2029. Then for the past segment, I was calling, but I couldn't get to it. You were telling us citizens, so whether it is true that even our due with paying now, we should have a roadmap for 2029. The roadmap should be like, we should have a propagandist. We should try to send people out from this place to be a good computer and to be able to track things that are coming 2029.
Okay, Chief. Thank you so much. Let's get to the women's line. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Let's hear you. Yeah. Let's hear you, Elder Council.
I don't blame nobody. When CDC used to get their hands on here, nobody talk about. Right now we decided to be saying to get and say all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You talking about no. Yeah, let's no try it there. But with the physician, we now move from behind where we are.
Okay. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, thank you, St. Andrew. I'm Pascal calling from District 15.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, listen to you this afternoon. Yeah, listen to Mr. Snow. Look, you see, Snow can always hit the hammer on the net. You know, the hell in there. So look, beat around the bush and talking. Yeah, so he said he's feeling already. And the people, they know they are feel already. So, but they don't issue, I think they don't really talking now because they don't, I think they're not facing Grand Bassa now. You want to go to Grand Bassa. So most of us will not get life of they don't yet. Because they like him, bro. I think they come from our best spot. So can't turn it now. They don't really talking now, just for a children to hear his voice on the radio. Thank you.
Thank you too. Have a nice day. Hello. Hello. Cut your radio off. Cut the radio off. Cut the radio off, then you can talk so you understand yourself.
No, my radio is off, Chief.
Let's hear you.
Thank you. My name is Fred Dewey, and I call in for Electoral District 14, Clarendon to be precise. Let me appreciate you for the timetables of the show. The first one that I draw my attention is like, let me appreciate Senator Snow, Senator McGill, Senator Augustine S.G. from the House of Senate. If only other senators will take their path, then it means that Liberia have a hope for a better tomorrow. Senator Snow is clear that the path that this government is working on, he believes that there's nothing will change. And for the fact that nothing can change, he believes that he can be president. So it is clear this government has failed. Going to Senator Dillon. Senator Dillon's statement that in May was also in context in line with the failure of this regime. Senator Dillon said that if what we were to do in 2024, we have done it, but now the CDC have not done. So that I don't take care of the argument that they have failed again. So it would left with us, like one of the quarters said, it left with us to put our horses together, to let go whatsoever bad feeling, reunite, revisit our propaganda strategies, and then to reclaim what we have lost. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Hello. Hello.
How are you, Studio?
Yeah, let's hear you. Your name and where you come from.
I thank God for Dillon. Dillon was employed as FDC boss, and he used Canada in your house. So you will remain in Canada with all your reckless things. Canada will continue to be in your room until we take it off. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you. The LNP will just release this statement. But before going to the LNP statement, Matthew Cholople say, even myself, I want this government to fail. Benson W. Victor says so true. That is very impossible to silence the opposition. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. I've been suffering until I get you. Thank Andrew. Our people that control us. Sure, everything I say, everything that we're talking is peace. But we will not mind peace and sit down, that will go and pray. We send it back for those people, not because we pay due. That will talk as Liberia. You the party, any dollar boo, the bar was vice president. This is why you fought for it, you get it. Now go and round now, we tell them that the Liberia is what we are.
Okay, Chief.
Thank you very much. You, both here and Abraham, you always make out to know how that blood looking. So thank you very much.
Thank you too. Have a nice day. Thank you all. Let me share with you the LNP statement. It said, the attention of the Liberia National Police has been drawn to public concerns regarding the presence of armed LNP officers at the recent Congress for Democratic Change rally held along Totmont Boulevard in Congo Town. It has been observed that these officers appeared to be performing VIP protection duties, a role that falls primarily under the mandate of the Executive Protection Service, which is solely responsible for the protection of VIPs. In response to these concerns, the LNP wishes to reaffirm its commitment to professionalism and to clarify the roles of our officers. LNP officers assigned to former presidents and other high-profile government officials entitled to VIP protection are expected to strictly adhere to their designated duties, which include crowd control, traffic management, and the general maintenance of public order. We extend our sincere apologies to the leadership of the Congress for Democratic Change for any misunderstanding or inconvenience this incident may have caused. Our primary objective remains to support the efforts of the Executive Protection Service and ensure the safety and security of all public gatherings in accordance with the law. The LNP, or Liberia National Police, takes this matter seriously and will take all necessary steps to ensure that officers comply fully with their roles and responsibilities moving forward. This is the LNP statement on concerns race people. Oh, what we are doing with EPR office, not EPR, they say gunmen all over the place. Yeah, United Party people. So LNP moved to clarify. Okay, so I told you that I was closing with this. Listen, yesterday, your rally or due payment launch was successful. 1. 2, a statement of purpose was made. 3, you sent shock waves in the spines, blood, bones, marrow, soul, spirit, skin of Unity Party people. You prove to the whole world that you are an organized party. You conducted yourselves in line with morality and everything savor of this country. All of your leaders conducted themselves, they led by example. You did extremely well yesterday. The speeches resonated with the opposite, with the ruling establishment. Listen to your standard bearer. Listen to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Fonati Kofa. What did he say? That he is the Speaker of the House of Representatives. What did the chairman of your party legislative caucus say? Nathaniel McGill, that Fonati Kofa is the Speaker and nobody is going to remove him under any circumstance. The party stands with him. The standard bearer, he said, and this is what the Unity Party people took. They want it touched them by way. It really went in their soul. It really went in their soul. The one that we are said. He said, I conceded, not because I was weak, but because I was strong enough to put Liberia first. All of you people are literate. Look how they are interpreting it. They wrongly interpreted what we had said. They think that you are stooges, you are fools. They think that you carry mud brain. So they're portraying it like was the first person to concede. So they bring Bwaka picture. They say even 2017, Bwaka conceded. This other person conceded. Was not talking about conceding first or conceding second. Our statement was simply that I had all of the options available to me. I could have used all of those options, and today I will still be in power. But Liberia first, because every action goes with consequences. And I sacrifice myself to kill all those consequences which could have plunged the country into something else. He was 100% right. 100% right. Based on that, he got the acclaim or the praise of the international community. everybody, everywhere, the whole world bow down to him, praising him. Today, they regard him as the symbol, the fulcrum, the bedrock, the foundation, the lifeblood of Liberia's stability and peace. It is against that backdrop that this group, this organization, will come out in full recognition of his political patriotism and nationalism to say, you, the only African leader to demonstrate that deference. This is it.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region.
I want you to listen carefully. Listen carefully to the guy. The same thing I told you, listen. He about to say it. We could have said, that's the essence of this identical statement. I conceded, not because I was weak. No president is weak. No president is weak. The sitting president has everything at his or her advantage. But the person would choose, or person would look at the country and look at himself and put the country first. In essence, we are said on Saturday, selflessness must prevail here. The country comes first. I sacrifice myself for the country. Not necessarily that he was weak. He could have activated everything available to him as the sitting president, and these people will not be here today bragging, Dillon talking this, the other person saying all of the things. They will have remained dry, and even some of them were going to die because some of them were dry like broomstick. That's what he meant. That's why he said, I conceded, not because I was weak, but because I was strong enough. Strong enough. It's all about decision making. That expression goes for decision making. I was strong enough to put Liberia first. Now listen to the guy.
And this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing, by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president.
Did you hear? Why he arguably had options. He didn't say option. Why he arguably had that statement here. This statement that we have made. I want the guy explaining so. This statement, when we have said, I conceded, not because I was weak, but because I was strong enough to put Liberia first. That's the same thing the guy explaining here.
He chose the path of honor, peace. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, while he arguably had options as a sitting president, while he arguably had options as a sitting president, while he arguably had options as a sitting president, while he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
So that's it. You did extremely well. You did extremely well on Saturday. Thank you all. You keep holding together as a party, as people, individuals, citizens in your community, wherever you keep on holding together. It is only by that you can overcome your enemies. Thank you ever so much for being with us. That's all the time we've got. We're back tomorrow, if God permits. In just under 30 minutes, the news is on. King's Newsroom, you want to join us for it. I'm Sam Andrews. At 8, face the issues with Teacher Light. A.B. Wayne, you don't want to miss it. Shalom. Oh. Okay. Okay. Right. So here we go.